For most of us, it might not have been something glamorous, but it was full of wonder. The world still seemed like a really big place, and everything was new, everything was exciting. Like, you would see some random new show on TV, and you didn't have to sit there and inspect the plot and see what the characters were all about and what the storyline did and everything. No, if you saw a couple of explosions and some cool colors, you were good. When it came to video games, you didn't care about the graphics, you didn't care about the storyline and the character arc and all this, that, and the other. No, it was just sitting down playing something. You could go out in the woods and just pick up a stick and bam, you've got any number of things. You've got a gun, a rope, a flag, the list goes on, and all you did was pick up a stick. You try to do that as an adult. Let me walk out there and pick up a stick and tell myself that it's, something else. I'm just going to sit there feeling like I've lost my mind. There is no wonder. There is no joy. Like, I'm not going to say there's no joy. There's no wonder. But compared to your childhood, there really isn't. Like, everything that made your childhood so amazing and colorful has drained away as stress and anxiety and bills and just everything else has just piled onto you. And there was a point in your life where you might have climbed on top of a building or something, and you wouldn't have thought anything about it. You didn't know that you would fall and get hurt. There was no thinking about mortality, much less your own. So, why would you care about things like that? And then at some point you learned, oh, you can fall off things and get hurt. And suddenly, oh, you're terrified of heights. And just like that, fear and worry has crept into your life. And before you know it, that is about everything. You are afraid of so many new things. You are worried about change in almost everything. And there's innumerous amounts of things that you will encounter on a day-to-day basis that will just make you kind of panic. And you will sit back and you will remember a time in your childhood where you might have encountered the same things that you're panicking about right now. And you might have just lit up and been just amazed and just wanted to run poke something with a stick, You never know what a kid wants to do. They're just full of wonder and joy and innocence. And as you lose that innocence and you see the world for what it is, it starts to suck. So, I don't think this was a uplifting and wonderful message, but if you're still here, I'm at least here to tell you the world is still that beautiful, colorful place. Like I said, you're seeing it through your anxiety, through your worries, through your doubt, through your judgment, and possibly through anger or sadness. Let those things fall away. Let yourself see the world through pure eyes. Don't look at a homeless person and just instantly, say, oh, they're sitting on the side of the road holding a sign, oh, they must, not have the motivation to get up and get a job, or, they must just be begging for money, or whatever your negative thought at that point is. I'm not saying you have to go out and, dump your wallet in their cup, bucket, whatever they're holding, if they're even holding anything at all. I'm not saying, go out and just give everything away. No. I'm not even necessarily saying go out and give anything away. If you see somebody that needs something, at least toss them $1 or $2, enough to let them get a bottle of water. I'm not obligatory, but it's a nice thing to do. And a lot of times, nice things go a long way. But don't look at them and just instantly assume the worst. Because I have come across a lot of homeless people in my days. Some that I knew personally that were legitimately just in a bad spot, in a bad part of their life. And I actually almost was homeless at one point in time. Had I not had some cool friends, I pretty much would have been. Um, so don't just look at somebody and instantly assume bad, because you don't know what spot they're in, you don't know the situation they're in. And just like a little kid riding by, they're gonna look out that window and see somebody sitting there holding a sign, and you never know, they're gonna probably think something along the lines of, oh, he's advertising for a car wash, cool. I mean, just, they're not thinking anything bad. If they are, it's, oh, that guy looks like he needs a shower or needs to shave or something like that. I mean, some random thought like that. They're not sitting here tearing this person's very character down in their head. And you shouldn't either. So step back, recognize those negative thoughts, recognize those panics and worries throughout your day that will slowly ruin your day, and try to work against them to let your day be brighter and more colorful like it used to be again. And you will discover that it's not so much about the fact that you grew up. It's more about the fact that you grew up too fast in a world that really, really wasn't forgiving. And that's okay, because a lot of us grew up too fast. We had to. We didn't really have a choice. We were kind of just thrown out here. So, if you're seeing the world in black and white, slow down and realize that you're not the only one that was forced to grow up too fast. You're not the only one that had to accept things the way that they were and shove emotions down. The world is colorful. The world is a bright and beautiful place. It always has been. So, slow down and smell the roses, and let me know what you discovered that you, I guess, enjoyed extra today, that I guess made you think of your childhood. I don't know. Go have a fresh baked cookie.